Hey guys, welcome to TechTricks tutorial. In today's video, we'll learn about how to make print on demand using Ideogram. It is a step-by-step guide to follow easily, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. So let's dive right in. Before we head onto the step-by-step guide onto doing that, let's learn first a little bit onto what is Ideogram AI. So this is an AI-powered design tool that is accessible through Ideogram AI website. So it simplifies the process of generating visually appealing design, especially for t-shirts, posters, and logos, and many more. Users just need to input prompts and select styles like typography or illustration, and Ideogram in here will quickly produce a diverse design option. So despite occasional imperfection, it is a remix feature that allows users to iterate on successful designs, promoting creativity. So overall, this is a valuable tool for efficient exploring and creating unique designs with the help of artificial intelligence. Now here onto their website, you'll actually have an option to go through a Discord channel and for the Twitter and the login option. Now here onto this question mark, you can actually see their documents, Discord, the career, about Ideogram, the privacy of policy, and terms of service. And if you don't have an account yet, you'll just need to click onto sign up with Google. To sign up using your Google account, you'll just have to click onto that so that you'll get redirected onto Ideogram AI's dashboard. And as you can see, this is the homepage for ideogram.ai. So this is the home, and beside the home option is your account settings. Going on to the account settings, you should be able to see the previous generation that is done onto your account. You should be able to see the prompts also in there and many more. You could see the pinned or some of your pins and your like photos. So I don't have any pins and likes photos yet since this account is just new. I just have some previous generation since I've tried this one out. So you can see also into the accounts the following followers and you receive likes onto your generation. Now going back to the home. So this is just basically it onto where you would want to go and do the generation. So it is a straightforward process. You'll just need to describe what you want to see in here using prompts and then click onto the different options or categories to choose from if you want to see a photo, a poster, 3D render, typography, and many more. Or what you're trying to excel onto your generation, click onto that to choose a style. And then right after, you could choose a ratio onto your style. Right after that, you should be able to click on the generate and your version point 2 generation will be public right after that. So you should be able to see here onto the bottom part the different things that are done by other users. So the recent, trending, following, and top. So these are the recent generation done by other users. These are the trending ones or which are most like and popular. The following if you have followed someone, and the top photos or top generations that are done by other users. So currently onto our generation right now, as of the moment, we're currently using model version point 2 and the subscription plans are actually free for this one. But there are many more that you could offer. So if you want to explore more onto a diagram, there's actually a plus option as well for $20. So this is the price per month. And the private generation, you could do that since, as mentioned earlier, if you generate something, it will be on public already. And there is also priority access to new features. You should be able to receive that onto Plus. And for the standard generation, because we're using free, this is just 400 images per day or 100 prompts per day since one images or one generation is for 4 prompt and for plus it is unlimited. We have priority generation in here, image download, so this is just compressed to JPEG since we're using free, but if you subscribe to plus it has a quality or original quality with a PNG. So we have image prompting and usage rights and many more. So I'll just have to click onto purchase if you want to use that specific subscription. Now going back in here, so let's view the trending generation done by other users. So if you take a look onto the different designs in here, so let's try to find something that is applicable for a print on demand. So for example, we kinda use this one since this is for a logo. So as you can see, if you click onto it, you should be able to see the creator of this specific generation. You could follow them, you could share this. Also when it was made, so this was 25 days ago, how many likes it has. You could also like this using this heart button. Now this is actually the full view onto that. This is the parent or more like the basis or reference onto this generation. These three dots will help you share the image, copy its prompt, download it, and report it. You could remix this so that you could use the photo and the prompt or text prompt in here to create your own something like this, and the download option to download this. Now, scrolling down further, as what we mentioned earlier, there are four generation per click onto the generate button. So these are the different generation for that or different choices. And since they mentioned in here that this is a logo brand for journaling creation, this one was actually the right one for this since it has the right words and there are no typography error for that. So if you want to see more from that user, you'll just need to scroll down and you should be able to see the different things in here that it offers. So for example, for print on demand, if we want to go ahead and create a logo for anything or for a sticker, we could use this. So we're going to go ahead and click onto remix in here to do something like this. And since this is for a sewing brand or a brand sewing machine, so or a yarn needle, we could go ahead and try to do something like not a sewing brand. So a logo for a balloon. So we could go ahead and do that. Let's add it in here. Balloon, colorful balloons, so that it would be more specific. So we could add it in here, and we could add also text must say. Instead of Joyland creation, we could try to change it for name since mostly onto stickers or onto print on demand, they try to incorporate it with name. So let's add in Jane. So for a girl name, so this is just for an example. And since we're trying to have the image weight in here, so if you want to see more onto this photo, we're gonna go ahead and plus this up so that it would be, or the generation would base more onto the photo, and if we lessen this, it will base more onto the text prompt that we have added. So let's just leave it for 2, and then right after choosing poster, since we want to see more like a poster type in typography so that it would go ahead and try to focus more onto the text. We could add illustration as well and many more. You could just choose onto which one. And then right after, you'll just have to click onto generate and it will go ahead and try to start its progress, and it will provide you 4 sets. So let's just wait for this one to be finished. So as you can see, it is actually still loading as of the moment right now, and here are the photos that is done. So there might be some errors within typography in here, and this one is actually giving us the chain one already. So it is really showing us the balloons. However, there might be some issues with the chain in here. So I think we could go ahead and just try to regenerate again. Let's try to remove poster in here in the 3D render. Let's focus more on typography and illustration, and let's try to click on to generate to see what it will give us. Now as you can see, here is the another batch of the colorful balloon. So I don't kind of like how this one turned out since there might be some issues with typography, but you don't have to worry. If you're having some errors, you could just regenerate again until you achieve what you're kind of looking for. So let's try to see another generation in here. And this is the generation that we have in here that has actually the Jane word, or there are no typography errors. So let's try to add in colorful balloons, and let's try to incorporate with something like flowers, colorful flower balloons. So let's try to do that, and let's try to see what it will give us, and let's just leave the name to Jane, and let's click on the generate, and let's try to see what it will give us. So as you can see, the generation would start blurry at first for the photos, and while the generation progress itself, then it will go ahead and try to have the photos not blurry. So we have the chain already in here onto the photos. However, there might be some of the photos or text in here that might be causing the error. So let's try to generate again until we achieve the chain in here, or the thing that we want to see. And these are just the generation that I'm satisfied for. So kind of like how this one turned out, since it actually shows the flowery option. So I try to incorporate it more with flowers, and I did not try to include the balloon more since I've used this parent, and then I tried to adjust the image weight more, so it is actually basing more onto the photo instead of the text prompt that we have in here. So if you try to lessen it, it might show more of the balloons type, but since we tried to incorporate this with this specific image, then it gone ahead and made it as a reference. So I'm kind of satisfied how this one turned out. I kind of like onto this one, or I kind of like how this one turned out as for a logo onto a print on demand. And that's just basically it onto using Ideogram AI for your print on demand. And if you've liked this tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to comment it down below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see you onto our next video.